Hi, Red-Headed Riding Hood here. Red for short. I'm gonna read you Letting God, Christian Meditations for Recovering Persons by A. Philip Parham. But now we are discharged from the law, dead to that which held us captive, so that we serve not under the old written code, but in the new life of the Spirit. Romans 7, verse 6. A missionary was found lying exhausted and near death in the jungle. These people took pity on him and nursed him back to health. He stayed with them, and his gentle, loving ways attracted them to him. He taught them a few new skills and preached to them of Jesus and God the Father. Finally, he had to leave. They begged him to leave them something to remember him by. So he built them a sundial and told them how it could tell of the sun's progress from morning to evening. The natives were enthralled and grateful. The missionary left. The people grieved over his departure. The chief said, "We must preserve forever our dear friend's gift." So they built a canopy over the sundial to protect it from the sun. Our life in recovery is often like that. We think we can preserve our progress, so we enshrine our old triumphs and rest on our past accomplishments. This one really spoke to me today. Recovery cannot be kept under a canopy. It must be allowed to be open to the light and freshness of each new day. We always have more to learn. We always need to go to meetings. We always need to walk the 12 steps. Nothing can be a shrine. Everything needs new, fresh starts each day, one day at a time. Lord Jesus, keep me looking up and looking forward to new discoveries and new challenges. Keep me from building shrines to my past. Amen. That's very good. And what a contrast. I can't imagine Christian Meg being a missionary. Honestly, I can't. They wouldn't go there and see those people and they don't want them to come here either. Honestly, I'll just throw that in there. I just feel the need. I feel so sad that maybe people who weren't raised in the church or don't know anything about it were just, might see MAGA and that they're Christian, quote unquote, and think that's what Christianity is. And I just feel the need to continually, and I'll keep speaking out on it. That's not what Christianity is. And I did a video yesterday on that. I'm done trying to discuss with Mega, and they keep coming to my page, and it just it blows my mind. It's like, I'm like, I thought it would quiet down. I thought you would leave me alone. I thought you would go away. You're happy. Your guy won. Leave me alone. Go away. We're regrouping. We're figuring, we're not going to go into a cave. No. But, we're figuring out our next moves. We're not going quietly into the night. But why are you coming to my, I thought you'd go celebrate. Go celebrate your, leave me alone, And there's worse things going on. Men saying to women, your body, my choice. It's awful. And yeah, I will continue to speak out. I did the video yesterday though, You know, my channel, I get to talk about what I want to talk about, and I get to block who I want to block. If you're going to be ugly, you're going to get blocked. So, and a lot of them are, to be honest, you know, especially the ones being so bold, you know, they have to come over here. You know, it's like, what? You know, they must see me as a threat. Yay. Go ahead, come over here, leave a comment so I know who to block. You know, someone that had been friends with for years but hadn't talked to on Facebook, you know, coming to my page and saying, you're a effing liberal, you know, and I'm just like, what is that supposed to bother me? Is that supposed to bother me? So yeah, that's what's going on. And I did the video yesterday and I said, you know, you ain't my mama. And so I want to go into that for anybody new to my channel, is that my mom was a Democrat. You know, most of her adult life, all of it, I believe. At one point, my mom and dad canceled each other out. My dad was a Republican and my mom was a Democrat. And my sister joked about that. And I don't know what, my dad was very misogynistic and he was a narcissist. So I don't know what caused him to change. Maybe just because they were in California and maybe he was, he did love women. So maybe to be, you know, more in with them. And maybe it was Nixon. I don't know. It was around that time maybe that he switched. It might have been Nixon. But anyways, so they were Democrats, and I used to argue with my mom, especially about the abortion issue. And because I had a friend, we were in I went to the very conservative church. There were two different churches we visited in Boca Raton, Florida, and one was the conservative one and one was the liberal one. And I thought that my siblings' problems were all caused because my parents were, does this sound familiar? Maybe this sounds familiar. My siblings' problems were all caused because my parents were liberal. My parents were too liberal. And that wasn't the case. And they were Christians and they were Democrats. But I decided, you know, and I think it was right around probably 2004, probably around that election cycle, to not talk to my mom about it. I was like, we both love Jesus. We're both Christian. I'm not going to argue with her about it. And then she passed in 2009. After she saw, and I'm glad she did, the first Black president of the United States, after she voted for Obama. So, and people still today, the ignorance is rampant, coming to my page and saying I can't be a Christian and be a Democrat. And that's what, like 40 years ago, a friend that, my friend that actually was in, I'm out of touch with her. I don't know what her views are now, but a friend that went to my church, the conservative Presbyterian church that I went to, my parents went to the liberal one in Boca Raton. True story, y'all. And my friend Susan said, but you can't be a Democrat and be a Christian. And my mom explained it to me, and it was exactly how Kamala explained it and said, you can not have to put aside your personal belief that abortion is wrong and know that the government doesn't need to be enforcing that. And that was exactly my mom. When I first heard Kamala say that, I actually started crying with tears running down my face, because I'm like, that is what my mom said. And I didn't know at that time, and I didn't know for my still after that time, 25 years, And the big thing that got me to leave the Republican Party and leave evangelicalism, really, I went back to being a Christian, but I still consider myself an ex-evangelical. The big thing that had me leaving was Trump. And I'm like, how can these Christians be so deceived to think that that is a godly man who should be our leader? I mean, it was very gradual, but then when Trump came on the scene, and that happened to coincide too with my separation and divorce from my husband and things going on in my family. So, yeah. So now I'm a Christian, like my mom was, who is, I'm not registered as a Democrat, honestly. I'm not. I looked at my voter registration. I thought maybe I was, but I've only voted for a Democrat like 3 times now in my whole life. And that was Biden and Kamala. And but well, besides, I voted Democrats down the ballot now. So, but the first time I didn't vote in 2016. The first time was, and I'm not connecting it. You know, I still agree with the pastor that I posted on my community tab that said, you know, the separation of church and state should be separate. You know, they're the ones putting it together. It's not me. You know, it's not me. They're the ones that are saying, you know, that he was chosen by God and God saved him when he didn't die when the assassination attempt happened. And it's unbelievable. But I'm glad I started speaking out about it. And I feel like the suppressing yourself, suppressing your authentic self is not good for your mental health. And it was depressing me, honestly. And people didn't know where I stood. And there's still people out there like that. They don't have the courage. It takes courage to step out. And so many people are scared right now. And it's sad. And I say, especially to the people on the left, let's be brave. Let's be brave. And to the people on the fence, be brave. Be brave and say, and don't say, I don't like him, but still vote Republican. It's like, what are you doing? I've talked to many people that are like that. Like, oh, I don't like him, but, you know, and I'm just like, you don't make any sense. It's not like I said in the video yesterday, it's not like a choice between Bush and Clinton. And see, I was against Clinton because he was an ungodly, you know, I felt like he was all that Monica Lewinsky stuff. And that's honestly why I couldn't vote for Hillary. I was like, I did see that as a weakness, and I didn't like it. And it is one of my mom's, my mom was not perfect, but she was a good mom, and she loved me, and she was awesome, and she was a good Christian. And all these Christians coming to my page, you know, I'm thinking like, you know, my mom was 10 times the Christian you are. I betcha. She raised 5 children. She wasn't perfect. She stood by her man, though. She loved him, and that's exactly. And I think that aspect that I saw as a weakness in Hillary is why I just didn't vote at all. I was just like, third party doesn't do anything. It will just help whoever wins. And so I just didn't vote at all. You know, I didn't know who would win. I just didn't vote. But I wish now that I had voted for Hillary. So, anyways, getting 15 minutes long. Okay. I love you all. I'm going live on Monday and Wednesday and Friday at 5:30 p.m. I've been keeping it like that. So 5:30 p.m. here in Denver, which is 4:30 Pacific time, and it's 6:30 Central time, and it's 7:30 Eastern time. So that's when Red goes live. And Friday's dinner with Red. And I don't know yet what I'm talking about tomorrow. We will see. I'm thinking of reading some of my blog posts, or part of my blog posts on YouTube. So we'll look forward to that. All right. Don't say that no one cares for you, because I do, and God does too. Don't forget to pray for Red, because Red is praying for you. Bye.